Hi everyone, welcome to my January TBR video. So for 2024, I was very fast and loose with my TBR lists. I use them more as a guideline, but for 2025, I really want to try sticking to them a little bit more and downsizing the list so that I'm more likely to stick to it. Near the end of 2024, I was a lot better about sticking to the TBR list as closely as possible. And I think I actually came close to or did finish a couple of them, which made me feel super accomplished. So I definitely want to try and bring that into 2025. So the way I want to do it is each month I'm going to pick 3 or 4 books on my own, and then I have my TBR prompt cards that I'm going to use each month, and then pull 2 or 3 cards each month probably, as well as the books that I've already picked ahead of time for that month. So I'm going to start by picking the 3 TBR prompt cards, and then we'll move on to the rest of the list. Okay, so I have these cards. They're very cute. I got them on Etsy, and it's actually a fantasy edition of their TBR prompt cards. But what I found is they can apply to any genre. So like I said, I'm going to pick 3 of these cards and we'll see what books go with them. These don't really fit in any jar that I currently have, but they do fit in that little bag, and then I think I'll just shuffle them without looking, I guess. The back of all the cards are blank, so I don't know what they are. But I'm going to just pick the one off the top, which is read a book that is set in the past. So I have this one. I don't really read historical fiction or anything like that. There are a couple books that I have that are set in the past, I think, or have some sort of magical realism where they go... Oh, I have an arc actually that would fit this prompt, and I need to get to it. And it's called The Sirens. It's by Amelia Hart, who wrote Wayward, which I absolutely loved. So in this one, we have 4 different women in 3 different timelines. There's 2019, 1999, and 1800. And there's these 4 women, and their stories all kind of become intertwined. So in 2019, we have Lucy, and after some incident, she flees to her sister's house on the coast of Australia to just kind of recuperate from that. However, then she's having nightmares about a missing persons case from 1999, which is then when we see Jess's perspective in 1999. And Jess, who is our character from 1999, was diagnosed with a rare water allergy. And then in the 1800s, we have Mary and Eliza. They are twins, and their father is forcing them on a convict boat heading to Australia. They're both extremely scared of the sea because their mother drowned when they were very young. However, as they are on this boat, they're feeling called to the sea, and they don't really know why. The description of this says it's a tale of female resilience and the bond of sisterhood throughout time and space. I really loved how in Wayward there was the 3 different timelines, and I think I'm going to really enjoy that in this one as well. Okay, so now I'm going to pick the next prompt. I'm just going to shuffle them again and hope none fall out this time. Okay, I'll take the one off the top. And this one says, oh my god, never mind. It's just the cover one. Okay, let's try this again. So let's take the one off the top. Your next book is a part of a trilogy. I'm extremely bad about starting series and then taking forever to finish them, so I'm kind of happy about this prompt. So this one, I'm going to try and find a book in a trilogy series that I've already started, but worst case, I will just pick a new one and start a new trilogy. Okay, so for this one, it was actually a book that I really wanted to finish before the end of 2024, and that is Mistborn. I'm very excited to read this one. I was wanting to kind of pick it up maybe in January anyway, so I'm very happy that I picked that card. I don't want to talk about the fact that I'm starting a new trilogy or series because I have an unhinged amount of series that I've already started. I think I'm going to do a video soon of all of the series that I've started and that I'm in the middle of. This will be my first Brandon Sanderson book, and I'm extremely excited. I did start Trust of the Emerald Sea last year, but I didn't finish it. I think it was just the wrong time because it is the perfect type of book for me. So I think it was just the wrong time for me, and I definitely want to read it again. But this will be my first official Brandon Sanderson book. So in this one, I'm a little confused about the premise, and if I get it wrong, don't come for me. But in this one, we have a group of people called the Ska people, and they're enslaved. I think it's for 1,000 years so far or something. And then there's a ruler, and he has reigned with terror, apparently. I think this one heavily revolves around a rebellion with the focus on one specific person, and they have to learn the power of allomancy. I think it's a type of magic, maybe. And that is the power of a Mistborn. I could be getting all of this wrong, but either way, I'm extremely excited to start the Mistborn trilogy, and I definitely want 2025 to be my Brandon Sanderson year. Okay, so now it's time to pick the last card, And I'm just going to shuffle it a little bit and then take the one off the top. I don't know why I'm narrating that every time. Okay, this one says, read a book about a magical city. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to pick Evocation by S.T. Gibson. This will be my first book by S.T. Gibson, and I'm extremely excited. I've been wanting to get to this one for quite a bit since it came out late last year. For this prompt, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a real life city in our world with a city that just happened to be magical, or if I wanted to do like a completely different magical world with a magic city. But this one is set in Boston, I believe, and it is like completely magic filled. So we have David, who is a medium, and then there's some sort of curse, and then he has to go to his ex-boyfriend Reese in Boston. They have to work to figure it out. Reese is now married to Moira, so I believe it is about this trio, and they're trying to figure out how to deal with this curse. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to this one. I've been wanting to pick it up since I got it, and I also just love this copy with the edges and all of that. It's one of my Fairy Loot copies, so I'm looking forward to picking this one up. Okay, so now for the TBR that I've created for the month of January. First, I'm very excited for Onyx Storm to come out, which is the third in the Fourth Wing series. I'm very excited, and it comes out I think on January 21st, so that one's later in the month, and I obviously don't have a copy yet, so I'm really looking forward to that one. And then in the fall of 2024, my dad and I did a buddy read of The Hobbit, and then we just finished the buddy read of The Fellowship of the Ring. So now we're moving on to Two Towers. I'm very excited to finally be reading these books. These movies have been in my life since I was like 9, I think, and I have loved them ever since. I just love these movies, so I'm really excited that I'm finally reading the books. My dad and I have such a fun buddy read with them. We talk every week on the phone about the chapters that we read, and we compare the movies to the book, and we have discussion questions and all of that. So it's been a really fun thing to do with my dad, and I'm just really looking forward to getting to Two Towers. I'm also going to be doing a buddy read of the book My Husband with one of my friends. It's a little bit outside of my typical genres, but not a ton, so I think I'm really gonna like it. I actually think it's more my typical genre than hers, because it's been compared to like a more literary version of Gone Girl or the book series You, which is the Netflix show as well. And this one we have a main character, and she is absolutely obsessed with her husband. They've been together for 15 years, and she just revolves her whole life around him. But it's very much like creepy obsessed, and he's not aware of it. Like, she tries to do everything to like make him happy, but she also kind of tests him to see if he actually loves her as much as she's hoping or something. And then in the synopsis it says one of the tests she may have pushed him too far, and that's all I know. I don't know if this is going to be like more thriller aspect or more on the literary side or just like contemporary fiction. I'm not sure which direction this is going to go, but I love doing buddy reads, so I'm looking forward to reading this one with my friend. So for the last two, I've already started these, and I'm just kind of bringing them into January. So for the first one, I started in November of 2023, and then in 2024 I said I would finish it by the end. If I didn't finish it, like get mad at me and all of this stuff. However, I didn't finish it, and that is Kingdom of Ash. I like it, I'm just scared. That's all it is. I don't like to watch the series finale of shows. I don't really love like the completion aspect. I am very nervous for this. I'm 38% of the way through currently, so I'm on page 369. I have already kind of gotten upset like a couple of times. I've just gotten like a ton of goosebumps, but I haven't cried yet, so we'll see what happens. But I'm very much looking forward to finally finishing the series and getting this book just done with in January. I'm also listening to the audio of Over the Influence by JoJo. I love JoJo since I was a young teen, like so much. I loved her song, and I always heard about this drama with her record label and how she just kind of disappeared out of the industry scene. Yeah, so I'm 70% of the way through this audio. I love that she's narrating it. She's doing an excellent job. This memoir goes back from when she was a childhood and goes into a bunch of family history from when she was younger up until when she's getting into the industry. So I'm really looking forward to finishing this one up because I'm just loving it. Those are the books on my January TBR. For a quick recap, I have Mistborn, I have The Two Towers, I have My Husband, I have Evocation, I have The Sirens, Onyx Storm, and Kingdom of Ash. And then I have Over the Influence on audio. So I think January is going to be a good reading month based on my TBR. I do have some longer fantasies like Kingdom of Ash, Onyx Storm, and Mistborn, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sure how long Two Towers is, but I don't need to finish it in January because my dad and I just read a couple chapters each week and then talk about it, so I'm not like in a rush to finish that one in January. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it so much. I'm so excited to be back and filming for YouTube. I definitely took a bit of a hiatus, but I'm really excited to come back and film a ton of videos. I have a ton of ideas, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!